An 18 handicap just drove a par 4 green for eagle. No new driver, no swing overhaul. The only thing that changed was how loose his hands were on the club. And here's the part most golfers never figure out. The tension you don't even notice is quietly stealing 30 yards from every drive you hit. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what you're doing wrong, and you'll have one drill you can start today. No range required. Here's the thing about grip tension. It doesn't feel like a problem. That's what makes it so dangerous. When you're standing over a tee shot with out of bounds right there, your brain tightens your hands. It's pure instinct. It feels like control. But what it actually does is lock your forearm muscles, kill your wrist hinge, and turn a fluid, whipping motion into a stiff mechanical shove. Think about the last time you threw something as hard as you could. You didn't death grip it, your arm just whipped through. The same principle applies to every drive or swing you make. This is the mistake keeping 90% of weekend golfers stuck at the same distance year after year. They work on their swing plane, buy new shafts, try every tip they've heard, and they never once check how hard they're squeezing. The fix is simpler than you'd think, and you can start right now. Let's name the problem clearly because you need to see it before you can fix it. When you grip the club above a 5 or 6 on a 10-point scale, the muscles in your forearms flex and stay flexed. Picture wringing out a wet towel. Your arm is stiff, loaded with tension, and it can't accelerate freely. Your wrists can't hinge the way they're supposed to. The club head arrives at impact late and slightly open, so you don't just lose distance. You lose direction too. That connection between a tight grip and a slice is more direct than most golfers ever realize. Now here's why it happens. Your brain equates a firm grip with safety. It's trying to keep the club under control. And when there's water left or trees right, that urge to squeeze spikes right at the exact moment you need to be the most relaxed. That's the cruel irony. Grip tension gets worst precisely when you need it gone. But it gets worse. The harder you squeeze at address, the earlier your forearms fatigue over a round. By the 12th hole, your swing has quietly changed and you have no idea why. You blame the heat. You blame your back. Meanwhile, you've spent 4 hours strangling the club, so here's the fix. 3 steps, 1 thought. Step 1, reset your grip pressure at address. Before you take the club back, pause and actually rate your grip on a 1 to 10 scale. You want a 4. Not 3, that's too loose, the club shifts at the top. Not 6, that's already hurting you. 4, it should feel like holding a tube of toothpaste without squeezing any out. It almost feels irresponsible. Good, that's the point. The fact that you're actually working on this puts you ahead of most recreational golfers who have never thought about it once. Step 2, keep your trail hand soft. For right-handed golfers. The right hand is the troublemaker. It wants to take over, grab, and steer. It's your power hand, which makes it the one most likely to tighten. When you set your grip, let the last 3 fingers of your left hand do the actual holding work. Your right hand is just along for the ride, light, passive, guiding rather than gripping. Check in with that right hand during your pre-shot routine. If it's already tense before you start, step back and reset. Step 3, feel the club head. Here's the swing thought that ties everything together. At address, try to feel the weight of the club head through the shaft. If your grip is too tight, you can't feel it. If your grip is right, you can. That sensation of the head hanging on the end of the shaft is your confirmation that your hands are in the right place. Here's what changes when you get this right. With a softer grip, your wrists hinge naturally on the backswing. Your forearms rotate freely through impact. The club head whips through the ball instead of being pushed. Tour players generate enormous speed partly because their hands are almost shockingly relaxed through the swing. The club does the work. They just let it go. Here's what they missed. When most golfers first try this, they make 2 specific errors. The first is re-gripping at the top. You start soft at address, but as the club reaches the top of the backswing, instinct fires and you tighten again right before the downswing starts. You undo everything you set up. The fix is to focus not on the backswing, but on the transition, that half second when you shift from up to down. Stay soft through that moment. That's where the shot is really won or lost. The second mistake is going loose with your whole hand instead of just reducing overall pressure. Your left hand still needs a secure connection through the fingers, not the palm. Soft doesn't mean sloppy. Secure fingers, quiet forearms. Now here's the drill. This is the one to remember. Take your 7-iron and hit 15 balls at about 70% swing speed, deliberately underswing. The only goal is to feel a 4 out of 10 grip pressure from address all the way through to your follow-through. Don't worry about where the ball goes. Don't chase distance. Just chase the feeling. Then step up with your driver, without changing a single other thing. Make your full swing, but bring that same softness with you. Most golfers, the first time they do this correctly, are genuinely surprised. It feels like less effort. The ball goes farther. That disconnect between effort and output is exactly the point. Speed comes from release, not grip. Run that sequence, 15 irons at 70%, then 10 driver swings 3 times before your next round. That was the easy part. Taking this to the course is harder. on the first tee. With people watching, your hands are going to want to tighten. That's completely normal. The pro move is to build your pre-shot routine around a grip pressure check. Waggle the club twice, feel the head, consciously release tension in your trail hand, then go. That 2-second reset is worth more than any equipment upgrade. If your miss right now is a slice, the first thing to check on every tee shot isn't your alignment or your takeaway, it's your grip. Loosen it first, then see what happens. You might be surprised how much of the problem disappears before you've changed anything else. Let's bring this home. 1. Grip tension is the most common hidden distance killer for weekend golfers. It feels like control even while it's costing you 30 yards per drive. 2. The fix is a 4 out of 10 grip pressure, a soft trail hand, and the ability to feel the clubhead through the shaft. That feeling is your confirmation. 3. The drill is simple. 15 irons at 70% to build the sensation, then transfer it to driver. 3 rounds of that sequence before your next tee time. Give yourself 2 weeks of consistent focus on this one thing, not an overhaul, just this. Then check your distances, check your shot shape. You'll feel it before you see it, and then you'll see it on the scorecard. That 18 handicapper who drove the green and made eagle, he didn't do anything extraordinary. He just stopped fighting his own swing. If you want to take this work off the range and into your living room, the Orange Whip Swing Trainer is genuinely one of the best tools I've found for exactly this kind of training. It physically forces you to swing with soft hands. If you grip too tight, the rhythm falls apart and you know it immediately. Link is in the description. https://www. Amazon.com/DP/B001D2iBuy. Tag equals CMS 200 2600-20 new tip every week right here. Next one covers the one putting mistake costing most amateur golfers 2 or 3 strokes per round. You'll want to catch that one. Save this video now so you can come back to the drill the morning before your next round. And drop your answer below. What's your typical driver miss, slice, or hook? Knowing that one thing is the first step to fixing it.